Hi Pisces, this is Amanda Nardozzi. Thanks for joining me here in my little plant den. This reading is going to be from May 6th to May 12th. You also have a new moon in Taurus coming up on May 7th, so just keep an eye out for that. I do have a intuitive astrology video coming out around that time, so definitely check in around the new moon so you can get some collective messages coming in your way. Also, you can look at your favorite astrologer to look at the major aspects and how it relates to your own chart. And then, yeah, let's just get into it. So we're going to do, as always, just straight channeling, free flow. Drop into your heart space, Pisces. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you, which messages are for others. And I will do the same. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for connecting me to the powers that be. Straight to our Pisces collective, to help give them empowering truths straight from love and straight from source. Interesting. A lot of archangels have been coming through in the messages today, and I feel like Archangel Michael is kind of ticking here a little bit. I feel the presence of protection around you at this time. Usually that means like we feel threatened. That's when Archangel Michael comes up, or you could have just close connections with Archangel Michael. All right, let's talk about it. You do have a lot of swords energy, so there could be a lot of head energy going on. I'm hearing like there's a lot of decisions to be made because there's some tension. So anyway, I'm hearing like now may be the time to be quiet, which is interesting. Oh, so interesting. Okay, so the main focus point of your reading is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, so the King of Wands stands tall and strong in his own kingdom, and he doesn't really let anything bother him. And I think that's an important thing to note. I'm not sure why that message specifically is getting channeled through. It does feel like there are tensions with other people, or there's a situation that is causing a lot of tension. And I don't want to skip too far ahead, but it is screaming at me, so I'm going to bring it up. You have the 5 of Swords at the top of your reading, and you also have it paralleled with the 7 of Swords. This is usually, the 5 of Swords is usually indicating when there are other people around that are causing tensions, like externally. So this could be like arguments, this could be competition. This could just be people who have differing opinions or beliefs than you. And the 7 of Swords, just when it's paralleled with that, I don't like that energy. I don't like this energy at all, because the 7 of Swords almost seems like someone is being combative. The 7 of Swords is kind of like a shady card. Someone might be stealing, someone might be lying to you. They're not being honest, and I'm hearing like the truth. This might be something that concerns the truth, like maybe they're not being honest, or you're looking for the truth in someone and they're not being completely forthright, but intuitively you're picking up on that, you know that. And also I just feel like you know them. This might be a friend. I don't know why I'm getting it's a friend. This might be a lover, family member, whatever, but the first thing that popped in my mind was a friend, so take it however it resonates, because this is a general reading. But there are tensions, and it's almost like it does kind of feel like it's a drain on your energy a little bit. But the King of Wands, you've earned your place. I feel like you're strong, you're confident. Like when I channel the King of Wands in this particular reading, it's somebody who's kind of built their castle. They feel established. For whatever reason, I'm getting that you're strong and you're confident, but I see you kind of cycling out. Let me sit with this energy for a minute, because I see you being strong and confident like the king, or you've worked hard to achieve something and now you are at the top. But I see the King of Wands becoming almost the Page of Wands, or starting a new cycle, or choosing to start a new cycle. And this is not necessarily, this doesn't mean that you're going to get knocked off your throne or anything. I do see you taking this confident, successful leadership energy with you. But it's almost like you're going to find yourself in a new situation. So I can't help but feel like change is coming. And I don't mean for that to sound looming or like, I don't know. I'm just getting that like if there's a discussion to be had, or there is a discussion looming in the distance. Like, you know, I don't mean to sound like ominous, because this is more of a good thing. This is more of a good change. I do feel that a change is coming. It does feel like it's a choice. It is a choice to be made. It's your choice. I do feel like it's a choice that you will make, but it's up to you, obviously, whether you want to take that choice or not. But it does feel like the King of Wands, like you are the King of Wands now, but it rounds out. It's kind of like, I see this being a bubble, right? You're in the bubble of your timeline. You started off somewhere in this phase and you've become the King of Wands here, but it's almost like Spirit's showing me like the end of a bubble, but then the start of a new one, and you are choosing to go into this next stage, but it's almost like you have to begin anew, or you have to, like, you are choosing to, I don't know, like start over or take on a different energy or go in a different direction. But either way, it's almost like a routine or something in your life has been established, and change will come and kind of shake up the routine again. I don't see it being a bad thing or anything like that, but I see the sun shining a little bit more clear. There's a little bit of relief that comes with this new beginning too. It's not 100% clear. I think it's going to apply differently depending on what you view it as. For some of you, you could be leaving this energy behind, but it really just depends again on how the situation unfolds. You also have right in the middle here the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Swords. Now, when the Two of Pentacles pops up, it does indicate needing balance. There was a message that actually came up. I think it was with Cancer. And the energy is coming through again in your reading, but it's balancing spirituality and practicality. Like, what is the most practical for me at this time, and where does my intuition lead me? And it's almost like you're straddling both worlds and trying to figure out, I'm hearing like you're kind of wanting to be out of the situation because it's uncomfortable. Because again, you have intuition, but you also have what you see. And then it's like, it's like you're not sure. So it's almost like you need to maintain this balance for a while. You could actually be caught between two worlds. Like your foot is in the old world and it's also in the new world, and you're struggling to it's almost like you got to maintain for a little bit because you just need a little bit of patience to get to where you want to go. Whether in this relationship or in something you are longing to create, or in the middle of like a transition of some sort. Either that, or if you haven't fully decided on what you're going to do, it's almost like your heart is in the middle of a transition. Like your heart is in the middle of some type of energetic shift to where you are already emotionally separating from this old energy, or from this icky energy, or from this old life to step into this chapter. I feel like your intuition is already kind of set. But again, that's something to tune into. You have it, when you have it paralleled with the Page of Swords, it's almost like new ideas are coming in. Like, it's almost like you're recognizing how you feel. And you're like, ugh, this feels awful. And you're recognizing directions that you want to go. But it's like, I feel like some of you haven't maybe grasped it yet. It's like, I recognize that this is no longer working for me, or that something needs to change, but it's almost trying to figure out what needs to change. And the Page of Swords here indicates new ideas coming through. I'm hearing like, okay, so I actually heard the phrase clever girl. You don't have to be a girl, but that's specifically what's coming through, is you're a clever girl. So you could just be a clever individual. So I'm hearing like you will make your needs met. So that's a very interesting way. Spirit doesn't always like come through making 100% grammatical sense, but your needs will be met. It's almost like you will make your needs met, so you'll make sure that they're met. It's almost deciding too. This is so interesting because it almost feels kind of like an ego statement when I say it, so I'm going to say it anyway, but I'm actually hearing like, this is beneath me. Like, it's like this energy is beneath me, and I don't have to get lost in this sauce. I don't have to roll around and get muddy in this sauce when I don't even like peppers in my sauce. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but this is just a symbol that they're giving me. Is just somebody or a situation that's just spilling a bunch of sauce in your life, and you're looking at it. You're sitting up here on the table and you're looking down on the floor with all of this sauce. And you're like, I don't actually have to roll in that with you because it's spicy and I don't want it to hurt. So, I mean, if you like spice, if you like the drama, go for it. But symbolically, I'm getting you're like, ugh, like you're shrinking away from it. And you're like, I'm not rolling in that spicy sauce. No thanks. Which, I mean, hey, amazing. Good for you. Like, that's awesome. Let's get into your oracle cards and see if there's any extra messages that are coming through here. Just trust that you will figure it out, though. That's like another thing coming through of like being unsure. Like, trust that this is only temporary. This being unsure about The circumstances or the situation is only temporary. Take time to breathe out. So this is going to be incredibly important, getting back in your own space just so you can connect with your own energy and make sure that your energy is not being drained by energy vampires, by situations that just don't feel 100% in tune with you. That's just going to happen in life. We can't run from every situation that feels not right for our intuition, or it just doesn't feel right or feel aligned just because the earth is meant to be challenging. You know, doesn't mean we have to stay caught in our situation, but definitely taking time to come back to ourselves so that we can sort through how to work through our challenges is going to be a huge benefit, because that 7 of Swords, when that pops up in a reading, that does indicate that there is a situation that's kind of stealing your energy in a way, because he's running away with the swords. So not only is that indicative of somebody who is not telling the truth, or somebody who's being sneaky, or someone who's not even being honest with themselves, even maybe a lack of self-awareness here. Regardless of what the case may be, this energy, it does bring the energy of kind of draining you a little bit, because it's like, man, I understand this, I'm aware of this, but this other person isn't, and that can be a little exhausting. So let's see what else we got going on. You also have leave the past behind, last quarter moon in Capricorn. So, again, separating yourself, like the past does not hold true in the present. I'm hearing that you need to stand a little bit more firmly in the present. There could be good things about this situation or this person in the past, but look at what it is now. And also try not to carry icky things from the past into the present when you're making your decision as well. Look at things for what they are in the present, and that'll help get clear on how to clear the air around you so that you can move into whatever change you're looking to make with grace, with ease, and with grace. Let's see. What else we got for our Pisces friends? Arrows, surround yourself with protective energy. Dang, I really do feel like, I think it was Cancer that also had this. Okay, wow. Y'all water signs, so like anytime it's so funny. Anytime I pull for the elements, if I pull for fire signs, a lot of the fire sign cards, like some of them will be the same. And I'm so intrigued when that happens. It's just wild. So you have arrows, surround yourself with protective energy. So again, someone might feeling drained, so you need to be the keeper of your own peace. I love Kyle Gray's teaching. This is like, where is it? I feel like it's in a book somewhere, but, okay, I'm just going to say it. It's like, I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Gosh, how does it go? Where love is present, fear is a stranger. So, understanding that, because like, it's almost like when this energy makes you feel drained, fear can seep in. And that's when you want to connect with your heart space. Whatever you do with this, like however you protect your energy, however you feel at peace, however you feel calm, that's what Spirit is encouraging you to kind of come into. That's kind of lines up with take time to breathe out, take time to step back for a little bit. If you've made mistakes in the past too, please leave them in the past. Don't bring them to the present, because you might actually be justified feeling the way that you do. We are all justified in feeling the way that we do sometimes, but it's how we react. That's where the justification gets a little So, because we're all responsible for our actions and like the harm and even the good that we put on other people. So this is where it's important to clear out that energy and understand I'm a different person. These people are different. So keep the past where it belongs and focusing on the present moment. And how can you keep your peace at this present moment? This person might have given you a lot and you might feel obligated in some way. For example, it's just an example. But if you feel obligated in a way that doesn't really justify, like sticking around doesn't really justify how they would be treating you. That's just an example of how you need to leave the past and behind and protect your peace now, protect your energy. So again, I see the situation being temporary. I see you clearing the air and moving on in some way. But it's almost like this needs to be sorted out first. And that way, I'm hearing like you're the best judge of character here. So operate on that. You also have a tidy house, clarity, and organization. I'm laughing because Scorpio also got this too. I'm telling you, all these fire signs or all these water signs are getting like the same cards. a lot of the elements get the same cards with like just fire getting this. We talked about this. I'm going to laugh about it because I'm like, oh my gosh. So a lot of you might just need to come back and, you know, clean up your space just to feel good again. Some of you, I'm hearing like there might be an important discussion or important conversation you've been putting on the back burner, and now is the time to bring it to the front. That helps clear the energy, that helps clear the air. Yes, it instigates change. Yes, it might cause an eruption of some sort, but it's almost like the sooner you deal with it, the better, because I do feel it clogging up your energy a lot, like whatever this is. So clean home is like a happy person. Clean home is a happy person. How does that go? Clean home, happy wife? I don't know. We don't want to bring that kind of, we don't want to bring like a stereotypical housewife energy in here, but there is a saying that says something like like cleanliness is godliness. They have lots of different like phrases for that, but when you have like when you have physical clutter around, it does spiritually clog. There's always something like resting in the back of your mind. I know like when my dishes are overflowing, that's sitting in the back of my mind. It bothers me when I have dishes in my sink. You might be similar where like, you know, mess just bothers you. So clearing that out of the way. But I also feel like this is just a mental checklist. This isn't just like cleaning up your space. This is just clearing up your energy by going through your checklist, because otherwise that stuff is sitting there. So that's just a helpful little, like, you know, toss from spirit saying, okay, like, you know, let's get on with it. And that's totally fine. Let's see what you have for your angel dice. I'm pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray for this, and you also have 203. I always read these messages twice. Your commitment to growth is inspiring and lifting the vibration of all those around you. Your commitment to growth is inspiring and lifting the vibration of all those around you. And I will say that, not like stepping up and being the bigger person, but it almost feels like even if it appears to not, like it's raising the vibration of others, even if on the surface they are the same, or even if they get more mean or nasty or retaliate in some way, just know that you are serving the greater good by being open and honest about your feelings and about being honest. I'm hearing just something about, I just keep hearing with your reading the truth. So whatever the case may be for that, it's almost like you have to speak your truth here. You have to stand up and speak your truth over this person or this situation, just to clear that energy so you can allow whatever change needs to happen so that you can move on with your life. Like, because I feel like otherwise it'll feel almost like tied down. That might actually be like, that discussion point might actually be what is like part of the mental checklist, something that you know you have to get to eventually, but you're kind of putting it off because you're like, like that's going to be a little tough for me. But again, step back, take time to breathe out if you need to, just so you can assess and figure out how you want to go about saying it, how you want to go about speaking your truth, how you want to protect your peace, those types of things, okay? So that being said, that was your reading, Pisces. I hope it helped. If it resonated with you in any way, go ahead, like and subscribe and all the things. It really does help the channel grow, and then you don't miss stuff from me. So, I'm sorry, I tried to say like two different things at once there. So you won't miss stuff from me. So I post weeklies, I post collectives in between, and I also have an astrology video coming up around the new moon. I think we talked about it at the beginning, I think. And if not, the new moon in Taurus, I've been posting intuitive astrology videos, which I'm very excited about. I also teach tarot over on my Instagram, and also my Facebook is linked now, so I post there as well, talking about the individual cards and different types of messages that I've channeled through them. And I'm also offering personal readings, so definitely check out the link below. That's at amandanordozy.com, and there you can see my list of services and get a one-on-one with me, a more in-depth, personal, detailed reading. That being said, I think I said everything. Lots of different stuff going on. I hope you have an amazing week. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.